Am I the asshole for refusing to be the designated driver just because I don't drink? I, 25F, don't drink, not for religious reasons, not because I'm in recovery, I just don't like it. I've never been a fan of the taste or the way it makes people act, so I usually stick to water or soda when I go out. It's never been a big deal to me, until my friends decided that meant I had to be their unpaid chauffeur. It started off as a one-time favor. A few months ago, we all went out, and since I was sober, I offered to drive a couple of them home. No big deal, right? Well, apparently that was a huge mistake, because after that, it somehow became my role. At first, it was subtle, little comments like, "You're driving tonight, right?" Or, "We don't need to figure out a ride, we have you." But over time, it became a full-on expectation. It got to the point where I didn't even get a choice. People would just toss me their keys at the start of the night. Like I was some kind of valet. It wasn't just about driving them home either. It was waiting around for everyone to be ready, dealing with their drunk nonsense, and making sure no one threw up in my car. I felt like a babysitter, not a friend. And if I ever pushed back, "Come on, you don't even drink, it's not like it affects you." Well, last weekend was my breaking point. We planned a big night out. And for the first time, I set a boundary. I told the group well in advance, "I am taking an Uber. I am not driving. Don't count on me for rides." They all kind of laughed it off and went, yeah, whatever. Fast forward to 2 a.m. Bars are closing, and suddenly, they're all looking at me. One girl hands me her keys. "Let's go." I shook my head. "I told you I'm not driving tonight." They all started protesting at once. "Oh my God, are you serious? You know we've been drinking. What, are you just gonna leave us stranded?" I told them they should have planned ahead like I did. That there were Ubers, taxis, and other options. They said I was being a bad friend. That it wasn't that big of a deal for me to just drive them home. When I stuck to my word and ordered myself an Uber, the reaction was insane. One girl, Lisa, rolled her eyes and said, "You're seriously punishing us just to make a point?" Another Sarah snapped, "Wow, so you'd rather see your friends struggle than do one nice thing?" I just repeated, "You knew my boundary. This isn't my responsibility." And then I left. The next morning, the group chat was a mess. Half of them were still mad, calling me selfish, saying I abandoned them. A couple stayed quiet, and one girl, Jess, actually messaged me privately and said she understood where I was coming from. But the rest? Not so much. Now there's this weird tension in the group. A few of them are acting like I was the one who did something wrong, and honestly, I'm starting to question if I handled it the right way. Am I the asshole for refusing to be the default designated driver just because I don't drink?